Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ratna Dubey and in this video I am going to start with the topic classification of share capital. So you can see in this chart that capital of any company is first of all authorized capital, and then this authorized capital is further divided into two parts, that is issued capital and reserve capital. And then from this issued capital, subscribed capital has been divided into further two parts, that is called up capital and uncalled capital. Now this called up capital is again to paid up capital. Now what is authorized capital? Actually, authorized capital is nothing but the maximum amount which a company can issue in its lifetime. That means whatever the amount that has been mentioned in the authorized capital of the company in the memorandum of the company, that becomes the authorized capital. It is the maximum amount which it can issue. Any company needs to mention the maximum amount in its memorandum of association. That's why it is the maximum amount which it needs to issue or which it can issue in its lifetime. Obviously, they can increase this amount, but they need to pass a special resolution. They have to organize meeting of the shareholders and they have to pass one special resolution if they want to alter this authorized capital. Here you can see, according to section 2 subsection 8 of the Companies Act, authorized capital means such capital as is authorized by the memorandum of the company to be the maximum amount of share capital of the company. That is, they need to mention this in their memorandum of the company. Also, it is what? It is maximum amount which it can issue in its lifetime. It is also called nominal or registered capital. Here you can see in the example that authorized capital of XYZ Limited is 1 crore divided into 10 lakh equity of rupees 10 each. So, what total amount it can issue in its lifetime? That is 1 crore only. It cannot issue more than 1 crore. Now, issued capital. Issued capital is nothing but whatever the amount the company is issuing. That means from the authorized capital only, the amount which the company is issuing to the public for its subscription into its share, that becomes the issued capital. Whatever the amount issued by the company, that becomes issued capital. It is the part of authorized capital only, but now it has called the general public for its subscription. Okay, clear with issued capital? Now, subscribe capital. Subscribe capital from the issued capital only when the amount which is subscribed by the general public, that becomes my subscribed capital. It can be fully paid up or not fully paid up, but the general public has to subscribe into my share. That total amount becomes my subscribed capital. Even if the share application that is received are more than the shares, then also it can issue, but it can allot to the extent of share issued only. It cannot allot more shares to the public. Called up capital. Called up capital means such part of capital which has been called for the payment. Means the company can call amount equal to the face value of shares. Now, the total issued capital suppose was 7 lakh. Now I am calling up 5 lakh. So this 5 lakh is my called up capital. What is paid up capital? Paid up capital is on which I am receiving the amount. That means which is paid by the public. As you can see here, According to Section 2, subsection 64 of the Companies Act 2013, it is the part of capital that has been called up, which is actually paid up by the shareholders. So, paid up capital basically is called up capital minus call in arrears, whatever the amount that is been paid by the public. Okay, now reserve capital. Reserve capital is nothing but when the company feels that whatever the amount that it has called is now sufficient and more than enough for its business requirement. In that case, what it does, it convert those reserves into its reserve capital. But they have to pass one special resolution over here also, and then only they can transfer that capital to its reserve. That becomes my reserve capital. This reserve capital can only be called from the shareholders when the company is winding up. I mean to say that when the company is liquidating, at that time only they can call for this reserve capital. They cannot call for the reserve capital before. Only when the company is winding up, at that time only they can call this capital. They have already transferred this capital to their reserve capital. Now they cannot call it between. So we are clear with the classification of types of capital. Okay, if you find this information useful, please share and do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. Thank you.